What is up? Welcome to Every Single Guitars, where the goal of this channel is to review every single guitar ever made. I have a relatively new 2018 Martin Custom X series made in Mexico. So if you guys have been keeping up with the channel, I have reviewed a couple Martins, and I actually did review, I believe, 1 or 2 Martin X series from Mexico. You know, if you guys have been playing the acoustic guitar for a while, Martin is probably, if not the oldest or one of the oldest acoustic guitar manufacturers ever. You know, they were established in 1833, which is almost 200 years ago. So this guitar company is pretty damn old. And usually if a company is over 100 years old, 150 years old, there's a reason why they're able to sustain that longevity. And it's because Martin releases and produces very high quality, very well made acoustic guitars. And usually when something is well made, the price tag is usually high. And that is the case for Martin guitars. If you look at the Martin guitar price points, you know, a D28 is almost $3,000 or maybe even over $3,000. You know, Martin OM28 is around $3,000. You know, the Martin J40 is $4,000. So if you look at these price points, it's very high. But since everybody knows the company Martin, you know, a lot of people want Martin. Martin decided to release the X series model, which is priced towards the more affordable and I'd say reasonable price point for the general public. So when I get acoustic guitars or any type of guitar, the first thing that I do is the weight test. How heavy is the guitar? How light is the guitar? How does the guitar feel when I'm putting it on my lap? And for this particular guitar, I say that this is a pretty light guitar. You know, acoustic guitars are pretty light in general, but I say that this is standard acoustic guitar weight, maybe 5 pounds, 5.5, but overall a relatively light guitar. But even though it's light, I'd say that the heaviest thing and the most well-constructed part of this guitar is the neck. For the X series, if you look very closely at the neck is a bunch of woods just literally compressed together very tightly. And usually if you compress, you know, wood, you know, individual slices of wood very tightly, it produces and it makes a surprisingly sturdy and very durable piece of neck, and that is the case for this. And I was actually curious what they used, so I went online on the Martin website to look at the specs, and the neck wood that they use, they call it a strata bond. I've never heard of that. I don't even think that's a real wood. It's probably some synthetic type of wood material, correct me if I'm wrong. And for the fingerboard, they used black rich light. So I'm pretty sure this is not a quote-unquote natural type of wood. The top of the body is a solid spruce top. One funny thing that I saw on the specs list is that back and sides, they call it a durable, forest-friendly, mahogany patterned HPL. I don't know why they put the additional stuff, the durable and forest friendly, but just by looking at that fact on how they called it, I'm assuming that this is some kind of, you know, lower tier, low quality wood, because, you know, like I said, the X series is not the $3,000 Martin guitar. They have to make it affordable, which means that they have to use quality goods, quality woods that are less expensive to make and produce. But don't get it twisted. Just because something is cheaper and lower quality wood doesn't mean that the guitar is not durable. It does not mean the guitar is bad. Even though they used quote-unquote inferior materials to make this guitar, the construction, I say, is very, very high. Nothing about this guitar, it feels cheap, to be completely honest. Even though that, you know, this guitar is around, I'd say 600, maybe 550 new. Even though it's at that price point, the construction is very well done. You know, even though the back and sides is the forest friendly material, it still feels very solid. They did very well on giving it a natural wood-like impression, even though they didn't use, you know, natural wood. But like I said, since the construction of the neck is probably the highest quality of the guitar, that means that the weight of the neck is pretty large compared to the weight of the body. If I put this guitar on my lap without putting my wrist over it or my, arm over it, the guitar just falls down like this because there's just so much weight on this side. It's kind of like a Gibson SG where, Gibson SG, great guitar, comfortable guitar to play in my opinion, but it's very neck heavy. So, if you're just putting the Gibson SG on your lap, the guitar just falls down like this. And that's the case for this guitar as well. If you're playing and if you just relax your arm, it will fall down, but that's not a big deal at all. When you're playing the guitar, I'm pretty sure all of you guys put your arm over the guitar to rest it. Another interesting thing about this guitar is when I saw this guitar on my local ad, I just thought that this was a purely acoustic guitar. But when I saw it in person and when I inspected it in person, I realized that there is a pickup system underneath right here where the strap lock is located. And I find that very interesting because for the other Martin X series guitar that I reviewed, I also talk about how I thought that that guitar was a all purely acoustic guitar, but that also had a Fishman pickup system. So I think that for all the newer or somewhat recent Martin X series, they do include a electronic pickup system. I'm not sure if it's for all the guitars, but for all the X series that I've bought so far, it had a electronic pickup, which is a plus. I don't gig or anything, so to me it really doesn't matter, but if you have a pickup system, it's a plus. It doesn't hurt to have it. And the thing that I really like about the pickup system is the subtleness. They made it so subtle that even I was fooled. I didn't even know that there was an electronic pickup in this until I saw the bottom and also this Fishman pickup system that's hidden right below the sound hole. You can't see it from the camera, but right below the sound hole there's two knobs, one for the volume and one for the tone, and that just makes it very subtle. I love it when acoustic guitar manufacturers, they put the electronic system but they make it very subtle so it's not shown on the exterior of the guitar. I absolutely despise and I hate it when acoustic guitars, they have a piece of plastic bolted on the top or on the side of the guitar for the electronic pickup system. I just feel like that just ruins the guitar and just how guitar it looks. I've seen some people buy Martin D41s, very expensive, very good guitar, and then they would bolt a aftermarket pickup system on the top, like a huge piece of plastic. And I'm just like, dude, like, what are you doing, man? Like, of course, yeah, the tone might sound good, and it probably does sound good, but are you really gonna drill a piece of plastic on the top of a $4,000, $5,000 guitar? To me, I just don't understand, but everyone is different. I mean, it's their guitar, so I don't have much say. But for me personally, when it comes to electronics, I like it hidden. So, from afar, no one can really tell if this is a purely acoustic or a acoustic electric guitar. But for this, they made it very subtle, which I love. So let's see how this guitar sounds. It's a pretty loud guitar considering the body size. This is a pretty small body, a OM/OO body style is a pretty small body style for acoustic guitar, but still, it's a very loud, resonant sounding guitar. So overall, very good sounding guitar. For me personally, when it comes to acoustic guitars, this type of body is the guitar that I look for. For me, I personally like it. It's comfortable. It's not too big. A dreadnought guitar sounds good in my opinion, but it's just too big for me. It just looks too big, you know? When I look in front of the mirror and I play a dreadnought, it just looks like it's just too bulky for my taste, you know? But I'm not saying that's a bad guitar. It's just a personal preference. If you have, you know, under $700 to spend, if that's your budget for a acoustic guitar, I say try this guitar out. This is a very high quality, very well made guitar. And also, like I said, the Fishman pickup is hidden very well. So, you know, if you're into design of a guitar like myself, this is an excellent guitar. I mean, it's just subtly done, very well done. Construction is high. Just from a pure guitar standpoint, I mean, this is just a very high quality, very well made guitar. Build quality, dude, I give this an 8 out of 10. It's just very well built. You know, for a $600 guitar, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like the price is fairly priced. And I feel like the reason why 600 was the price was because it does not come with a hard shell case. It just comes with the guitar. So just for the guitar, 600 bucks. But dude, Martin, dude, just include a hard shell, man. Like, what are you doing, dude? I don't understand why these big companies are cheaping out and just sometimes giving no cases now. Before it was just a gig bag and people hated that too, but now they give you no case. I don't understand that. Tone quality, I'll probably give this an 8 out of 10 as well. Like I said, the woods and the material that they use, I'm not sure the exact stuff that they used, but just from how a guitar is supposed to play and sound, I mean, this is just a good quality guitar. There's really nothing truly bad that I can say about this guitar. You know, you're getting a Martin's a reputable brand. They're not gonna release some shitty ass guitar, and that is not the case for this guitar.